two stripes of LED, 20-inch Shelby wheels. It also has an axleback Roush exhaust. He also has a K&N air filter. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we've got another viewer's car. This is getting out of hand, guys. You are really supplying us with some awesome cars. So today we've got Florian's Ford Mustang V6 from 2014. I'm going to show you the outside, show you the spec he's got it in, show you the modifications he's done, and then we'll take it for a drive on this beautiful road. No autobahn stuff today because this car is limited at 180 kilometers an hour due to a very weak shaft. So Ford limited it to 180 kph, which is pretty ridiculous. But I mean, you could replace it or you could get a V8 GT Mustang. So that's what we're going to do today. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload a new video, and go check us out on Instagram at AutoTopNL. So let's start with the outside. Obviously it's black, and this is the last version of this generation of Mustang. So 2014, it's the freshest version of this generation. In 2015 it was updated to the new version that we now also get in Europe. He has done something to it to make it look this clean, because I think it looks absolutely awesome. I never liked this generation of Mustang, but I think this particular version with these modifications Florian has done, I think it looks really good. So we've got a Roush Grille, which is also a logo delete basically. So the Mustang pony is usually in there, but I think this looks much meaner. Kind of resembles, you know, the new Mustang Bullet. It also had that blacked out grille. I think it looks really good, quite aggressive. I also quite like these headlight units with these two stripes of LED. Daytime running light, I presume. Looks quite aggressive. He also has these 20-inch Shelby wheels with some awesome Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. Good job, Florian. Very good tire. We've got some Mustang decals on the side, and at the rear again, this version of this generation of Mustang, the absolute latest one. These rear lights are beautiful. The one before this had this red ugly plaque, you know, that really old school rear light, and this looks quite modern. I really like it. It also has an axleback Roush exhaust, so it sounds pretty good, I would say, which is an understatement because it sounds absolutely awesome. So we'll take a look under the hood. And there we have the 3.7 liter Duratec V6 with 315 horsepower and 380 newton meters of torque. He also has a K&N air filter, and he has that exhaust, so it might be a little bit more than 315, but we'll keep it at 315. 0 to 100 round about 6 seconds, but it's a really nice sounding engine. This, it sounds really warm and deep. It's a really good sound, and the power is okay as well. I mean, it's not crazy fast or anything, but it's rather nice. So on the inside we've got an old school interior, and it is, well, old school might be the wrong word. It's more retro. So we've got those retro dials. Oh. I'll start it up for you so I can turn the steering wheel. So we've got those retro dials, which are very cool. Quite a retro looking steering wheel as well. It has a very high dashboard, so you really sit low in the car, and it gives you a really cool feeling because you have that hood in front of you with that dash. You've got these very comfy, soft, squishy seats. We've got a manual gearbox, always nice. And well, you know, I've talked about this many times. It's not up to standard compared to a European car, but it's also a lot cheaper than a European car of the same performance level, stuff like that. But you know, I'm not hating this. Quite like it. We've got a very short gear lever, which is also nice. Has quite a short throw as well, which is really good. And well, it sounds insane. There are some horses over there, and this car is super loud and has pops and bangs and stuff, so I'm not going to torture the horses. We're just going to drive it. Okay, so let's see what this car is all about, because as I said, it is quite loud. And we are going to pass through a tunnel, but we are going to be quiet for the horses. But you can already hear that deep bellowing sound. Okay, get ready for one of the best sounding 6-cylinders we've driven on our channel. Woo! That is awesome. And I have to say that the front end on this car, is pretty good. The turn-in is quite nice because you don't have that heavy V8 in the front, you have that V6. And you definitely notice that there's some weight missing there. And of course, Florian has done the right thing and put some Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires on there. So you really feel that, you know, you can really steer into a corner with some trust, which can't be said for most of these older generation muscle cars. But you know, the most dominant thing about this car has to be the sound, because just listen to that. It's quite a lazy engine. It doesn't really rev that quickly, but the way it changes sound from down low, that burbling, bellowing sound, that deep sound, to this raspy 6-cylinder. I mean, it changes color completely, which is really awesome. So, it is a lot of fun, and I absolutely love those retro dials. It just gives you such a cool feeling of driving a muscle car. And well, it's not really a muscle car, it's a pony car, but I mean, this is a very fierce pony. So as I said, it's limited at 180 kilometers an hour, which is a bit of a shame, but it's also a bit weird that Ford decided to go for that option, that they didn't try, or they didn't install a stronger shaft and just said, okay, well, this is really not good enough for the Ford Motor Company, we need something better, and not just limited at 180. It's one of the most weird things I've come across in my years, because, you know, I would have loved to take this car to the Autobahn and see what it's like above 200 and see how fast it can actually go. I mean, this sound at top speed, it must be really nice, but you know, we'll never know. So we'll turn it in here. Yeah. You've got quite a lively rear axle, mainly because it is very tough, it is very stiff, and that means that you really do feel everything on that rear axle. You feel every bump, but the front end is very forgiving. So my preference been the Mustang. If you compare it to other muscle cars or pony cars, the Mustang has always had, you know, it has always been one step ahead, and now more than ever that's the case with the new Mustang. But I feel like this, sorry sir, I feel like this Mustang V6 has been a bit overlooked because it has always been portrayed as this, you know, this pony car, this baby version of a muscle car. But in reality, if you look at the Mustang now, the base version is an EcoBoost, a 4-cylinder, which has no character at all. So when we had a V8 and a V6, people complained about the V6, that it wasn't strong enough, that it didn't sound good enough. But I mean, don't tell me that this doesn't sound good. And now we are complaining about the 4-cylinder in the Mustang. So I guess we should have been a little bit happier about the V6 in this Mustang, because it has been a bit overlooked, this car. And you know, thanks to Florian for bringing his car to us and letting us experience his car, because this is a very cool car. It sounds good, it looks cool. I mean, I can totally get why you have bought this, but more people should have. I mean, try getting an EcoBoost to sound like that. You won't be able to. Okay, so that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.